Hello and welcome. This is James Blanchard, Cisneros at your service. Today I will be reading the May 27th Facebook post and making a few comments on it, and I trust it will assist both of us on our journeys. Here we go. By the way, please excuse the construction work if you hear it in the background. Taking a stand against what is not working for us. Today we will take a stand against everything that is not working for us. How much time, physical and emotional energy do we have to sacrifice to judgment, anger, and anxiety before we make a conscious decision to look for a more loving, productive, and self-loving way? No matter how badly these thoughts and emotions treat us, why do we keep buying into what they're selling? When will we look at our own balance sheet and finally see that we're receiving nothing in return for our investment in them, except our complete loss of peace and joy? And so today let us take a stand against every illusionary swampland program response that the ego's world has ever tried to sell us. Today we consciously choose to stop supporting thoughts and emotions that are not supporting us. Today, when the ego demands condemnation, we will instead offer compassion. When it insists we must roar with anger, we will quiet the egos through forgiveness. And when stress and anxiety are deemed obligatory, we will stop this world's madness, take a deep breath in, and breathe out knowing that God only has our best interest in mind. Taking a stand against what is not working for us. How do we begin to do this? First, let us realize what is not working for us. What is not working for us is any word, thought, emotion, action that is out of alignment with our true nature. Our true nature is love, and its expressions such as kindness, peace, joy, compassion. So that is our true nature. Anything that we're supporting apart from that, in opposition to that, is something that sooner or later we will realize that it's not working for us, because simply it is not part of our true nature, as it's not part of our true essence. It is simply a program response that we have been taught to believe as real. And yet, through time, we will realize that it is not. And so that is what we will work on today. Let's take the example of anger. Many times we judge ourselves for being in a situation or an interaction with an individual and experiencing anger. And so we judge ourselves for that, unconsciously for being out of alignment with our true essence. We judge ourselves as not spiritual enough, not wise enough, not patient enough, etc., 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 all illusions. So what is really happening in this situation? It's not really about judging ourselves because we're experiencing something we are not. It is really that we should offer ourselves not only compassion, but almost congratulations for having the wisdom and being open enough and being aware enough to realize that this anger, this thing that we're supporting that is not really us, that we have the awareness to bring this thought into our awareness, that we're open enough to see that, this anger is not really me. There's something in this anger that feels apart from my true essence, from my true nature. And so I'm bringing this right now into my awareness. So let me not judge myself for experiencing this. Instead, let me just pat myself on the back, that I have the awareness to realize that something about this is not me. I am maybe, reading from some play that I'm reciting, but this anger does not feel like me. And so pat yourself on the back for that. Don't judge yourself as the ego would have you judge yourself. Because remember that in the end, you have co-created a perfect sacred journey with God's source. And so every moment is indeed a gift that we're giving ourselves. And so everything that the ego uses for separation, and in this case to judge ourselves for feeling angry, it's really a gift that we're offering ourselves. We're taking this idea, this illusionary idea within our mind that we believe is real, and we're bringing it out into the physical world to experience it long enough to see that it's not really us, that it's not a real part of us, that it's simply something that we've been carrying along with us that does not belong to us. But sometimes we have to go into the shadows of our minds, into those places that we still even support shadows as real within our true light. And we take them out, project them out into the world, and see that they're not real. They're not a real part of us. And we realize this because we start to deal with it in a different way. We can only use anger and anger and anger for so long before we ask ourselves, is there not a better way? And little by little we realize that there are better ways. Through forgiveness, through the choice for peace, through the choice for kindness and compassion, etc. Another thing the ego loves to do is it loves to judge other people for making us angry. But you see, our true nature is love. So making us angry does not even exist, because anger is apart from us. Anger is not really a part of our true essence. And our true essence is love, and love is all, and God is all, and God is love. Therefore, anything apart from that and its expressions, such as anger, the opposite of his expressions, such as anger, the opposite of love's expressions, such as anger, is not really real. And so our brothers and sisters are really not doing anything to us. They can't make us feel angry, because anger is just an illusion. So what they're actually doing is they're helping us in this process realize what illusions were supporting us real within our minds. And sometimes we need other individuals to bring this out of us, these illusionary thoughts out of us, so that we can better see what separates us from our true essence, from that love that we are. And so because every moment, as we said before, is a gift, when we are supporting things that are not truly us, such as anger, we make an unconscious call into the universe, and we ask for individuals and situations that can bring out these illusions into our physical experience, so that we can better see what is separating us from the state of love. Because remember, even when we're in the separation
it's
state,
11 o'clock.
Thank you. Even when we're in the separation state, that's an illusionary state. Therefore, we're never really separate. But since we're still supporting the ego's thought system as real, we need to experience it long enough to realize that it's not real. And so by doing so, we become an example of its unreality, if that's even a word. Probably not. So that's what we do. And so let us not judge others for making us feel a certain way, in this case anger, because what in truth is happening is that they're helping us realize that we're not anger. And so today, let us do this. When the ego is insisting that its illusions are real, such as anger in this post, when we're supporting stuff that is not working for us, we take a stand. Instead of doing what the ego would have us do and carry this anger with us for as long as possible, even to our beds, and even not letting us sleep at night, because it has such a desire to support its own thought system. Because obviously, the more we support the ego's thought system, then the more it gets to survive within us, the more it gets to live. If we have no use for its illusions, if we see its illusions as illusions, they disappear, they're gone, and what do we need the ego for? And so the ego's job is really to support its thought system as real. And so our job is just to remember that we're not it. We're not illusions. We're not anger. We're not judgment. We're not self-judgment. We're not resentment, jealousy. We're not anxiety. We're not stress. All those things we are not. All those things are the ego's illusions. And so instead of holding on to those illusions like the ego would have us do today, we're going to catch ourselves as quickly as possible when we're in those illusions. And instead of judging others or ourselves for being in that state, the first thing we're going to do is offer gratitude. We're going to offer gratitude when we're out of alignment, because we're realizing that A, we are wise enough and have open enough to bring that situation into our physical experience to realize that it's not real. B, that our brothers and sisters are actually helping us, physically helping us bring this stuff out of our minds into the physical experience so that we realize that it's not real. And so therefore our first response is gratitude, not judgment of others or self-judgment. Gratitude. So we realize when we're in the state of separation, we give ourselves a little pat on the back. Oh, see, I'm in the state of separation. Very good for remembering this, for seeing this. Stop it as soon as possible. As soon as possible, offer gratitude for it. And then experience that state of gratitude and remembering why you're grateful. The real reasons why you're grateful. And then experiencing the state of peace that comes with that. With the knowledge that every moment that is being gifted to us is a gift from God. Because we have co-created this journey specifically to remind us and to remind our brothers and sisters of who we are not. And so from a place of perfect love, we came here into this planet to help people remember of the things they're believing are true about them that are not really true. And because of our own personal experience, we create the life experience. And we create this life experience, other people see that we actually went through this, that we went through it. And so they see that we went through it. And because we're all one, somewhere within their minds, they realize that, you know what? If he can see this situation differently, in a more loving, peaceful, joyful way, then maybe so too can I. And they can, because you and them are one. We're all one. And we're all helping each other, consciously or unconsciously as it may be, to remember this. And so let us offer gratitude to our brothers and sisters for that. And so today we take a stand against all we are not. We take a stand against the ego's illusions, the ego's ideas of separation. And we start simply supporting who in truth we are. Thank you very much for your time. I love you very much. If you'd be so kind as to like, comment, or share this video, it would help with the listening process, and it might help somebody who needs this information find it someday. If you'd like to leave me a question or a comment, I will be delighted to try and offer a response. And if you can please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I would love to have you in those communities. Again, thank you very much for your time. I love you very much, and God willing, we'll see each other tomorrow. Peace.